On this episode of Delivering Marketing Joy, we talk with Brian Porter of Starline about his new move and why he doesn't want to talk to you about the weather. Well, hey there, and welcome to another edition of Delivering Marketing Joy. I'm your host, Kirby Hasseman, and with me today is an industry rock star and a good buddy. He's actually just in a new role with Starline. He'll get to tell us a little bit about that. Brian Porter, thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me. Good to see you again, Kirby.
Absolutely. I'm anxious to see you again here shortly. So let's jump into that. You just recently made a big change to Starline. Congratulations, first of all.
Very excited.
So tell us a little bit about that role, and why did you decide to make the move?
Great question. So, it kind of alludes to some other things we were talking about earlier, but for me, being in the industry 25 plus years, one thing that I've always tried to do is challenge myself. And when I came on board at ProTowels, we had some lofty goals. And at the end of the day, after 6 years of being there, we acquired a few companies, we grew in volume, we grew the marketplace, and it was an amazing experience with some amazing people. And then a very short amount of time ago, the Starline crew reached out to me, and there was other opportunities over the years, and I really wanted to finish what I'd started there. But then I looked at Starline, and I really never thought this opportunity would come up, but I looked at where they're at, and I just loved everything about it. And I realized that if I didn't make the move, that it would be one of those situations where I'd look back and I would regret. They have so many amazing things going on. They're obviously at the forefront of the technology market with the promo standards, and I know you're familiar with that, but leading in that area, and they're just the way they function, the decorating, the technology wise. I mean, there's so many different things that I haven't really delved into in the past, and I wanted to challenge myself. So it was personal. It was an amazing opportunity to work with some great people there. So
yeah, and I'll tell you what, Starline is a company we do a lot work with, so I'm excited to do work with you there. That's
absolutely, yeah. They always say that when you walk into a room, you want to be surrounded by the smartest people in that room, and that's where I'm at. I am definitely learning a lot. I mean, I've been on board a month now, and I've learned more in the past month about kind of the future of where the industry is going from a technology standpoint. It's just been amazing. I'm really looking forward to finally diving in and kicking off the new year with these guys.
That's cool. So 2018 is upon us, right? So I think you know this about me. I'm a big goal guy. I set goals every year, and I talk a lot about that. So what are some goals you've set for yourself and the new company this year?
Absolutely. Sure. I love that about you. So for myself, I always I sit down at the beginning of the year, and I've got this whiteboard, and it's in my office, and it hangs right over my desk. And I've got the personal side, and I've got the professional side, right? So personal side, I want to continue to challenge myself, which was part of the move to Starline. I want to grow in that respect. I want to spend more time with kids. They're at that age right now, 12 and 9, and I'm coaching, and Dad's still cool. But at the same time, there will come a point where that won't probably be the case. I want to read more. I reached out to you last year. I was like, give me 2 or 3 books, and I read those, and I love that. So I want to continually challenge myself that way. I want to get a Ragnar race in.
Yes.
I don't know if I can hang with you guys. For me, I'm spending too much time on the road. From a Starline standpoint, we've got some lofty goals. We want to continue to expand our integration with the promo standards, with our distributor base. Obviously, volume wise, we want to continue to grow from a. I think the footprint is so solid there, but we want to continue to grow from a national account standpoint, key accounts, strategic accounts, just develop those accounts that are a win-win for us and, a win-win for them. And I just think it's all about partnership, finding the right people, You're never going to be everything to everyone, but at the end of the day, just continuing to develop those relationships that are good for everyone. So,
yeah, no, those are good ones.
We've got a lot of goals there. So.
Yeah, for sure. Those are good ones. I think that's awesome. I love goals that stretch you, because again, if it doesn't excite you, then it's hard to get fired up about it. And because I know that this is the season, this is the travel season, right? And it's a busy time of year for trade shows and travel and all that stuff. So, what are some things you both enjoy about the travel season and don't enjoy about the travel season?
There used to not be that much. Like, I'm a good traveler, but I think as I've gotten older, it's gotten worse. Like, I love this time of year because you're coming out of the holidays, you're coming out of that kind of that limbo territory wise in the calendar, and you start to get the creative juices flowing.
Yeah.
And you're exchanging ideas, and you're talking, and you're collaborating, and I love that. And at the same time, trade shows are tough. They're difficult because those conversations are going to happen. But at the same time, I feel like I've lost my ability to just small talk a lot. Like, I love to have tense, great conversations, whether it's work, whether it's personal. But at the same time, the weather, I can't talk about weather. So I don't know whether I'm just getting older and I'm like, get off my lawn. But I'm telling you, there are so many things that I do love about it, and reconnecting with people, and I'll see you in a week. And, there's more positives than negatives. The travel, it just is what it is. It's not the luxury that people think it is.
Yeah, right.
Good pillows and good air conditioning. That's all I need in my hotel room anymore. Like, my needs have dropped so much, but
it kind of speaks to it, right? You're actually on the road now. I mean, for those watching, you can see that literally you're in your hotel room right now, right?
Yeah. So kicking off the year early as we did yesterday. It's hard. It's hard to be away from the kids when they're on break and those types of things. That's probably the biggest challenge for me now, is going back to the kids, just wanting to spend more time with them, and I'm missing some sports and those types of things. So from a personal standpoint, it does start to take its toll after a while. But at the same time, I mean, there's just so many great things that you do in person that you wouldn't be able to do over the phone or over email, those types of things.
Yeah, cool, man. Well, dude, you've done it in your hotel room on the road. You've answered my 3 questions, so I appreciate that.
My time,
yeah. So I give everybody a chance to ask me one question. Do you have one for me?
I do. So I'm rolling in. I roll into the brewery.
Yeah.
What's the first thing you're going to serve me? What's the best seller for you? What are you doing right now? Okay. I know that's been amazing, and I love the fact that you're not just keeping yourself in one little arena of promotional products. You've got your brewery. And tell me more about that.
Okay, cool. So the first thing I would say is our number one seller is our 1811 ale. It's a base mild English ale. You can drink a bunch of them if you want. But usually the funny thing is people will say, what should I drink? And I always ask, what do you normally drink? So what's your go-to beer?
I've been an IPA guy.
Okay, perfect. So for me, I would recommend we have a Mad Marshall IPA. It's about a 60, 65 IBU, pretty mild from an IPA standpoint, but it's delicious. So yeah,
I love it. Well, listen, I look forward to having one of those with you in the very near future, my friend.
Thanks, buddy. Well, hey, thank you for taking the time. I really appreciate it, Brian, and I will see you soon.
Sounds good. Take
care.
All
right. Well, that wraps up another edition of Delivering Marketing Joy. We'll talk to you next time.